We are taught that being indispensable is the ultimate goal, the person the company literally cannot function without. But being indispensable is a double-edged sword. If you are too good at your current job, you become too dangerous to move. While you are mastering the how, others are mastering the why. Leaders don't just solve problems, they define opportunities. The first step out of the trap is delegation. If you don't teach others how to do what you do, you'll be doing it forever. Managers won't promote you if it creates a hole they can't fill. You aren't being held back by your failure, but by your own success. To break out, you must stop being the fixer and start being the architect. You have to change the perception of your value. Replace yourself. By training your successor, you aren't making yourself obsolete, you are making yourself available for the next level. I get it now, thanks for showing me. Speak the language of the boardroom. Less about the code, more about the ROI. Less about the effort, more about the impact. Indispensability is a prison. Influence is a key. Give away the work to gain the power. The view is different when you aren't buried in the details. Welcome to the next level of your career. Feedback is the mirror of progress. If they only praise your speed, you're still a tool. If they praise your insight, you're becoming a partner. Observe the masters of influence. Leadership isn't always about the loudest voice, it's about the most calculated presence. True power is shared, not hoarder. When you empower others, you create the freedom to move yourself into higher orbits. The door to the boardroom doesn't open for the person who works the hardest, it opens for the person who sees the furthest.
Provide the data they asked for.
Interrupt the narrative. Don't just provide the data they asked for, provide the solution they didn't know they needed. Identity is built in the hallways. Stop being the guy with the answers and start being the leader with the vision. Succession is the ultimate compliment. When the leaders you admire start treating you as one of their own, the trap has officially opened. Your legacy is the capability you leave behind. A leader's value is measured by the strength of the team they built. Space defines status, not for the luxury, but for the clarity. You finally have the room to think instead of just doing. The specialist has left the cage, the strategist has taken the seat. The trap is gone, and the future is finally yours to design. The challenges aren't technical, they are conceptual.
It's no longer about finding the right answer,
but choosing the right direction. A leader's calm is the team's anchor. When the system breaks, everyone looks to the person who isn't staring at the screen, but at the solution. Mentorship is a two-way street. You provide the fresh vision, they provide the historical context. Together, you build a future that lasts. You are now the architect of people, not just systems. Your success is reflected in the confidence of those you've empowered to take your place. Complexity is the specialist's shield. Simplicity is the leader's sword. Learn to cut through the noise to find the pulse of the business. The scope of your influence is determined by the size of the world you see. If you only look at your desk, you stay at your desk. Opportunity requires a final act of courage. It's the moment you stop being an employee and start being a stakeholder in the future. Resist the urge to jump back into the details. Trust the systems you built and the people you trained to maintain them. Every sunrise is a chance to reinvent your leadership. The expert cage is far behind you. Now, you define the horizon. The trap was never the work. The trap was the belief that you were only your work. Break the belief. Build the leader. You are no longer knocking on the door. You are the reason the meeting is happening. Complexity is for those who execute. Simplicity is for those who lead. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand the vision. Respect is earned in the moments of friction. A leader doesn't seek consensus. They seek the truth that drives the business forward. Find your allies. Even the strongest vision needs a second voice to turn a proposal into a movement. The fixer instinct will try to pull you back. Resist it. Your job is no longer to solve the problem.
Leo,
Leadership is about seeing the invisible connections. The specialist sees the nodes, the leader sees the network. Your success is now measured by the independence of your team. If they need you every day, you have failed to lead them. The system has finally updated its perception of you. You are no longer the guy who knows how. You are the person who knows where. Every level of success requires a new version of yourself. Don't be afraid to leave the old expert behind to make room for the new executive. The cage is gone. The sky is open. The only limit to your influence is the scale of your own ambition. It's time to fly. Leadership is the art of closing doors. You are no longer paid to keep everyone happy. You are paid to keep the vision alive.
The higher you go, the sharper the feedback.
Embrace the friction. It is the only thing that polishes a specialist into a diamond. Remember, Leo, the hardest part of leading is watching your team struggle and letting them. Growth only happens in the space you leave behind. Don't defend the present, define the future. A leader speaks in horizons, while the specialist speaks in deadlines. There is a silence at the top that no one warns you about. You've left the comfort of the crowd to build a world they can't see yet. Transfer the ownership, not just the task. When they own the why, they will always find a way to handle the how. Composure is your greatest weapon. In a room full of noise, the person who remains silent and focused controls the outcome. A leader's job is to design the environment where success is inevitable. You are no longer fixing the machine. You are rewriting its DNA. Never lose the person who started this journey. The specialist provided the foundation. The leader provides the purpose. The specialist built the room. The leader built the city. And you? You are just beginning to design the world. A leader's final job is to make themselves unnecessary. When the system you built runs without your touch, you have achieved true scale. Succession is the ultimate test of leadership. It's not about who follows you, it's about what survives you. You see yourself in the people you've trained. Their confidence is the real return on investment for every hour you spent mentoring. The specialist sees the local problem. The strategist sees the global opportunity. Your influence now crosses borders you once didn't even know existed. The best leadership is often invisible. It's the calm in the air, the clarity in the process, and the quiet resolve of the team. You no longer have to prove you belong at the table. Your presence alone defines the agenda. You have become the center of gravity. People will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you enabled them to grow. That is the only promotion that truly matters.
Sam, great to see you.
Leaders don't react to the storm. They predict the weather. Your value now lies in the mistakes you prevent, not just the problems you solve. Every level has a new cage. The secret is to never stop building the keys. Your journey isn't over. The scale has just changed. The specialist built the code. The leader built the company. The visionary builds the future. Break the trap. Become the architect. Lead the future.